have noticed that the church has only been preaching about going to heaven. We have only been dealing with principalities and powers in high places. We've been praying some strong major prayers. We sometimes want to remove government, but you have never been able to plant one.
Christian, raise the stakes every Saturday. Time is 7 p.m. Nigerian time and 12 p.m. Houston time. Don't miss it.
the world. We are the salt of the earth. And it is out there that the light is needed. So therefore, when it comes to who rules over you, who governs you, who is speaking for you in the House of Representatives or in the Senate or House of Assembly, who is the one that is ruling you in your local government or in your county, whatever you call the name in your own country or wherever you find yourself, it is necessary that we must have to begin to ask that question and find the answer. The Church of Jesus we are still here, and God has a plan for us being here. It said, Father, I do not pray that you take them away from here, but that you preserve them, keep them. So why are we still here? We must have to engage. I thank God for those of us who are lawyers, those of us who are medical doctors, those of us who are engineers, whether it's a civil engineer or you are, electronic or electrical or whatever aspect of engineering you are finding yourself. There are those who are professors in the university. There are so many who are doing different things. It is my prayer that we begin to rise up and engage more effectively and know that God is interested in what is going on in our world. So welcome once again. For those of you over the radio, I want you to know that your brother Cletus Bassey is here. And yes, I am called the Archbishop, but I prefer to be called the brother Cletus Bassey. I like that because it allows me to identify with wherever you are. That's what I love doing. On today's edition, we are going to look into the woman in the place of politics. And if we are talking about this, it is very, very important and inspiring, challenging, motivating, and propelling. And, many times we find that our legislators have always outnumbered female representatives in both the upper and the lower chambers. From statistics, we found that in 2019, only 7 out of 109 members of the Senate are women or were women, while just a mega 11 female candidates out of members out of 360 will be members of the House of Representatives. Why? Why that small number? Why is it that when it comes to leadership, the woman is pushed behind? Yet, I could say that, yes, the Bible said that the man is the head of the home. But I can tell you, when you lose the woman in the house is in disarray. If you want to speak about it in truth, who is really the leader of the family? I look at it from my own perspective. I have been a son in the home. My father and my mother had 9 of us. And I have come to be a father of 2 boys. And I also fathered those who have come to live with me. I have discovered that my wife is one major factor I can never deny. Is the one who is in charge, making sure that things go well. Fix the food, know who everybody is in the house, understand what is going on. The woman should never be undermined. And I can tell you that she has been the force behind my success in ministry. And I've seen many women who have come to help me. I have a special sister that has been there for me all the time. And I can tell you, when you ignore the woman, you ignore the future. You ignore the woman, you ignore creativity. You ignore the woman, you ignore color, beauty, the rainbow. When you ignore the woman, you are undermining the covenant place for which God has brought a woman. Understand this, that God is both a man and a woman. That's something you never have heard before. And so when he made the woman, he made the woman out of himself. That is why they call him the big-breasted one. He fixed the whole world. And I can tell you that the woman should never be allowed to struggle, to be sent out, and to be ignored when it comes to governance. I thank God today, many nations now have women who are the presidents of those nations. And I could recall that sometimes even in our nations, when a woman is in charge of a certain department or ministry, that ministry does well. Why? Because the woman is careful about things. I think that the woman is more detailed, more than men. I believe that the woman is more detailed more than men, and I wouldn't want to take anything for granted. So the woman takes the lead. I can tell you that man is the head. But when it comes to the nitty-gritty of things, the woman is careful. That is why when a man plays around with a woman and thinks that she will forget, I would tell you that Women don't forget. They can tell you the place, the day, the date, the hour, the color of what you wore, and what you were doing at a particular time. How do you undermine the woman? I am a woman defender anywhere, anytime. I think of my mother. I think of 9 months. I think of the pain and when she pushed me out. I think we should clap hands for the women. And so therefore today, when it comes to politics, why do we then push the woman out? When it comes to leadership, when it comes to governance, when it comes to taking that lead, why should we push the woman out? Well, we are going to find out today because I have a lady in the house that is going to help us talk about this. These numbers highlight the level of unequal representation of the women and adds another question mark to why are women not given more opportunities in politics and in governance, and why there is need for more Christian women to be involved in politics on all levels, And I'm looking at the Christian woman because I think that's the least thing you could ever think of. And then said, and the core essence of today's discussion is the need for more Christian women, and women in particular, to rise up and be involved in politics and the process therein. Now with me today, I have a woman I've come to appreciate, a woman that I've come to know, a woman I've loved from a distance, a woman that, well, we have met several times, so not from a distance, but she knows me very well. And when I was looking for who is going to be the best today, the name dropped. I had to make sure that we got to her. She's a very busy woman, a one-time commissioner that led women and a certain government and moved women from everywhere. I mean, in her time, women knew they had a leader. And she has served in government. She has been a lecturer in university. She has been in the marketplace. She has been a leader, and she is wonderful. Today, we have the honorable woman known as Eunice Thomas. And let me add doctor to her. Yes, woman, come on, say something to us today. I'll give you the opportunity to do the opening remarks. Talk about yourself. Let us know you a little bit more. Go ahead, take the floor, please.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, my Lord, the Bishop. It is a real pleasure to join you tonight and to be talking on a topic as critical and imperative as this. The place of a Christian woman in leadership. Oh my God, it stuns me all the time when we say politics and women and all. I mean, it's fantastic to be on the call tonight. Let me quickly acknowledge everyone that is on this call. I see my brother, my darling brother, Ezekiel Nyaitok, and so many of us here. Please, my pleasure to be courted by you, your esteemed presence here. My name is Eunice Thomas. That's all about me. I am still on a mission of discovering and developing transformation pacesetters and leaders, folks who will not be afraid to test out their ideologies and, just fail at anything they are doing, particularly the woman, whoever you know that is a woman that wants to enter into politics and do governance, that person will be my business. So I've made it my business to commit my time, myself, my services, my resources into growing, developing, especially equipping women who want to lead from the front in matters of politics and governance. So tonight, there's very little about me. I am just here. I am just a full woman coming to empty myself into this world through very many channels. I am trained as a geologist. I am a coach. I am a speaker. I am an international transporter. Oh my God, I have too many moving parts. But for tonight, I'd like to just be Deaconess Eunice Thomas. I am a Christian.
You are Deaconess and you are a Christian. You are born again and you love Jesus. That is very, very interesting, and I appreciate that. You are welcome today. I welcome those of you from the UK, from the US. I welcome those of you from East Africa and South Africa. For those of you that have joined us today, it is a wide range platform. It's a global platform that is reaching out to everyone, everywhere in the world. So you are all welcome. You are all welcome. God bless you. Now, Deaconess Eunice Thompson. Thomas, please. It is quite interesting. How can we describe a woman when it comes to womanhood in a nutshell? How can you describe a woman?
Oh, fantastic. To my mind, the woman is God's latest version of himself.
Wow.
Yeah. Why am I saying that? God created, he did everything and then created a man, but still would come in the evening. Bible says he will come in the cool of the evening to visit the man. But immediately he created a woman out of a man. He handed over, he left, he wasn't coming anymore. So whatever God intended to give to man, humanity, the earth, he had left it in a woman. A woman is God's latest version. Remember, he didn't go back to the earth. He didn't go to the soil. Oh, yes. So he upgraded a man and then brought a solution. Every time God says, I will do anything, I'll do anything, people are waiting to see a new thing. There's nothing newer than a woman. A woman is the latest creation of God. Look at it in your Bible, Jeremiah 31 verse 32. Bible says, why do you gather about, oh, you backsliding woman? Have you not heard that the Lord has done a new thing in the earth, that a woman will encompass a man? So he brought a solution, and that solution to this world is a woman. It's as simple as that. So a woman is God's latest vision of himself. Are you looking for God? Are you looking for God? Check him out. Check him out in the woman next to you.
That is very powerful. I mean, that is the latest vision of man is the woman. I don't know, somebody that is having something behind, please, my technical people, check that out. I think that somebody has something that comes on and makes noise for us. So please check that out for us. And now you are saying that the woman is the latest version of God. Wow, that is powerful. I mean, I have not heard that in that version before, but that is powerful. When it comes to the woman and in taking the role of leadership, you know that why is it that the woman is not considered? If it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the woman may not be one of the first 10 that anybody will want to think about. If it comes to leadership, when it comes to giving somebody a place of leading, not the woman, because it is always believed that the woman is very emotional. And so if you bring a woman with her emotions, especially you see the different sessions the woman goes through, the woman in her, seasons, that makes a woman become very emotional. And that is why many people don't think they could give a woman the opportunity to lead. Tell me, why is it so?
Okay, I'd like to tell you that it is not every woman who is not given the opportunity. I don't know about the concept of anti-fragility. I don't know if you know a lot about anti-fragility. Anti-fragility is a scientific concept that has been adopted by philosophers. It is just that thing that gains from disorder, that thing that gains from shocks, that thing that gains from volatilities. You start by fragile. Everybody sees a woman as being fragile. Oh, I agree, she's fragile. I mean, she has under shock. The next thing you see about her, oh, she is agile, made to move and to move quickly and easily, Then somebody tells you that a woman is robust, she has passed through the process of childbirth, heartbreaks, and all of that. She's robust. That means she can absorb shock and bounce back. Then somebody comes up and tells you she's resilient. By being resilient, she is working to be agile. She's struggling to still move easily and quickly. But that same woman is like a tea bag. Eleanor Roosevelt said something, that a woman is like a tea bag. The best of her comes out when she has been passed through the heat. So think about a woman who has undergone that entire process, and all of it, she now gains from all those shocks. She is anti-fragile. The Japanese call it the kinsekuroi, a concept of kinsekuroi. So you see a Japanese, and then he has a fractured ceramic, a pottery, fractured pottery, and it's filled with gold. And he puts that, in his treasure box and displays it as treasure. That is a woman. Everything that a woman passes through is preparing her for leadership, is prepared. And I tell you, the purpose of a woman is clear. She came here with specific instructions. Go and help. Go and help. A woman has been equipped to help. From her childhood, she has been trained to help, to show kindness, to show love. All the emotions of a woman are there to help her to be who she has been meant to be, who she is proposed to be. So that woman that you see as being soft has left the place of fragility. The woman that you see as being agile has since left the place of agility. The woman that you see as being robust has since left that place of robustness and resilience. She is now anti-fragile. Whatever she has been put through, whatever she has gone through, whatever she has put herself through, has built and equipped her for what she is supposed to be. When you see such a woman, give her the opportunity to deliver, because she's built. If you find a woman like that, kindly give her a chance. She has a lot. She is prepared. She has been prepared to lead. So all she's waiting for is an opportunity. And I want to tell women out there, please no longer wait for that opportunity. Create an opportunity. Quickly create an opportunity. Just in case, all of these, your experiences will go to waste, waiting for the men to give you an opportunity. Quickly create an opportunity for yourself.
I should have come with my note. I forgot my paper. I remember that I had my note, because I think that, I needed to come with my paper, because that kind of, oh Jesus, it's powerful. I'm hearing all of that and all the quotation, intelligence, exposure, opportunity can make a woman what they're saying. So when you put things back again in our time, you see religion, you see tradition. Those two factors, to a great extent, have become a major challenge. How will a woman overcome the challenge if you are a Muslim? You are not allowed, because you should be covering your whole thing and stay and marry. Maybe you are the fourth wife or the third wife or whatever. Religion. And then they can come and say, every woman keep quiet. Only men are allowed to speak up. And then the tradition comes back and said a woman was to be in the kitchen and the other room. Now, how do you advise, or when it comes to this, that a woman will be able to break this and still come out, even in the opportunity, the privilege of being given to step up and take responsibility? How do you get against those things?
Okay, that is simple. The woman already believes that she's been victimized by culture, by tradition, by the environment, by religion. But that's not true. That is not true. The women have just decided, they have just agreed with that perception. They have agreed, they've made a permanent agreement with this unrealistic, imaginary, practice of the fact that women have been victimized. It is given to her by a man. Her name, yes, her father first gave her a name, then she exchanged it with her husband's name. So she is not even anything without a man. And then she comes up here and has a son. So she cares for the man and makes him another person's father. Nothing can take the place of a woman. Nothing. It is for the woman to agree to the concept of complementarity. The role that she plays and believes it's a little role, it's insignificant, it is even more important than the role that the man plays. It is, because you are able to sit here, my Lord Bishop, you're able to sit here and host this meeting because there's somebody who has fixed dinner. There's somebody who is checking on the children. And if she wasn't doing that, you would not be here doing this. So you cannot ignore that role. Now flip the role. Flip your role now. Think about Ngozi Iweala. She's able to go out there and do the World Trade thing because there's a man who is covering for her in the home front. So it is a role thing. It is you accepting your role pay time and not trying to change that role. When a woman sees herself as a victim, that is when she begins to go below herself. But like I told you, a teacup and a plastic bottle, when you see a plastic bottle, empty it, you can't pour hot water into it. That is because content follows form. You see a teacup, you can pour hot water into it. And mind you, whoever drinks from that cup protects the cup. When the society have found value in you, they will never ignore you. They will protect you and they will pour responsibility and appreciation into you. They will pay you attention, pay you money, pay you respect. That is what will happen, be you a woman or a man. It is also not every man who gets the opportunity. So we should not say that the women are not given opportunities because they are women. Not every man gets the opportunity. So ratio comes into play. When we are discussing politics, when we are talking leadership, where are the women? That's the question to ask. They're in the kitchen. The woman wants to serve the men who are discussing. Instead of her to sit back and also discuss, a woman should prepare for an opportunity to talk politics. A woman should fix the meals before the meetings begin. A woman should dress up and sit at the table as one who wants to learn from the men. The woman should not be the one running to and fro the kitchen when business of politics and power is being discussed. So content follows form. Bible tells you that in Judges, in Judges chapter 4, the sequence of a woman who will get the opportunity, who will be called upon and begged, pleaded with to lead the men, is clear. She has to be prepared. There's a sequence to it. So, and Deborah, a prophetess, so she had a relationship with her God. She understood her source. She had the confidence, the divine confidence of a Christian woman. She moved from there, wife of Lapidot. So she tested her leadership. She tested it, her relationship with God did not mar her relationship with her husband. She moved ahead and built a career. She studied and she became the first female chief judge. In those days, where there was still tradition, there was culture, there was religion. And this chick built herself an estate and named it after herself. Women are afraid to own their success. Every time you tell a woman you're doing well, she says, oh, it's God, oh my dear, thank my husband. Oh no, you are you. You are you. So she built herself an estate and they don't name it after St. Luke. She named it after herself. She said this palm tree is named Deborah. And then she sat there on the mountaintop. Guys and girls were coming up there. She served them. She served them with her integrity, served them with her experience, served them with her education, served them with her money. She served them with her personality. So it is not every woman. When we say give women opportunities, I'm not advocating for every woman. I am advocating for a real Christian woman, a woman who has built herself, has prepared herself, a woman who has gone through this process. I tell you, the same way the children of Zebulun and Naphtali protected Deborah and caused her to fight the war and win the victory, is the same way the society will protect a woman that brings value. Queen Amina was protected by the society. Beneza Abuto was protected by the society. Karazo Aquino was protected by the society. Eunice Thomas is protected by her society. I am not afraid of my success, and I will tell you anytime that when you have prepared yourself, the world will be ready for you. The world will be ready for you. Let the women dare to bring value. Let them come up with confidence. You see, men, they know it when they see it. They appreciate it. They will give you the chance. I tell you, it will never be complete until you're there. So it's a game. It's a game. And then women don't understand the game, which is why I tell women, you want to know this game? Come here and learn this game. It is a game you have to study. It is an infinite game. When you play politics as a woman, you don't play to win. You play to outlast the contest. You play to outlast the competition. If you play to win, then you will find yourself a loser when you have lost out. But when you play to outlast the competition, then you can structure a negotiation.
This girl wants to kill us today.
You can structure a negotiation. You will sit there and tell them that, listen, I have number. They will have the resources, not a problem. You match them. So politics for women, a Christian woman at that, it is just you using your words, re-engineering your words to mobilize people who will join in the process of creating government. And that's it. When you're able to do that, they will give you the space. They make room for you. No matter how long they want to ignore you, no matter for how long they want to disparage you, I tell you what, when push comes to shove, if you're not called upon, you can decide to challenge. Oh yes, and you don't just sit by and challenge. You build momentum. So I will leave you with the formula that can help you build momentum. It's real. REAL. Your relationships. You know what the guys do? They relate with money. Girls relate with words. When you find the right words, instead of me to tell you, oh, it's good to see you, I would rather tell you that if anything had happened to you, I would have been heartbroken. Please take care of yourself. You matter to me. Your presence counts. When I tell you that, and a man tells you, hey, guy, what's up? Good to see you. Are they the same things? Do you get the same feeling? So the woman should learn the words that will give her room. The woman should learn the words that will get her to be embraced by men. They may not like your gods, but they will like the way you make them feel. And then your relationship with yourself. You are a full God. There is nothing missing. So when you show up, you have to show up with an impressive personality. So I will give you a formula, ABC, the ABC of a woman who intends to do politics, a Christian woman who intends to do governance: her appearance, her behavior, and her communication. You start from there. How do you show up? You show up tidy. You don't show up just clean. You show up tidy. You show up sound. You behave well. Respect yourself and respect everyone else. You communicate with candor, you communicate with care, and you communicate from your mind. Please, not your heart. When the world is asking you for figures, you tell them, you show them pictures. It does not matter who you are. You have got to build yourself to the point where you open your mouth and value flows from it. You leave that space and come in to your relationship with money. Some women love money so much they steal it. Don't forget, you're an ambassador, you're a pioneer, you're a pariah, you're a token. So don't behave like anyone else. When you get in there and open that door, or if they open the door for you, when you get there, please don't leave the door, hold the handle and ensure that you have lined women up in the corridor so that you can open for them to also sneak in once in a while. We are always in a hurry to leave the door handle and go sit at the table. It's not the right place to be. Not when you don't have enough of your type, enough of your kind in the room. Immediately you leave the door, guys will enter. So stay at the door. Let them make you a servant. Agree. It is a strategic service that you're offering. The next thing is your relationship with your subordinates. How do you treat them? How do you treat them? I was commissioner for women. I was commissioner for education. So I dealt with students and I dealt with women, all kinds of women. Oh yes, I will respect them. I will love them. And there is nobody who can love you from a distance. It's a lie if anybody tells you from a distance they love you. Come here and give me a hug. I need it. So you come here and hug me and I smell your perfume and you tell me something nice and you think I will forget you. You think I will not know your hand when I see it up there? You think I will not follow you? I will follow you because I will forget myself in you. Okay, now you move from there. How do you now relate with people who are your benefactors? Oh my God, you cannot be timid, but you can be respectful. You have an idea? Coin the words that will help you, communicate your idea. Be supportive. When you are loyal, you owe them three things: protection, service, and defense. You don't just serve somebody, you protect the person and defend the person. Loyalty is 100%, nothing less than that. So you show that, and people will believe in you. A woman should not be like the hair. You grow on the head, you grow on the eyelids, you grow on as lashes, you grow in the pubic areas, you grow on the skin. When you grow everywhere, they will shave you off. You be like the teeth. Yes, you be like the teeth. When you say you are standing, stand there. Stand there. You be like the teeth. You clean yourself every day. You shut yourself with two precious leaves. When value comes, okay, now I ask you, when there's good news, where does it come from? And when you smile, what do you see first? When there's something to eat, where does it go first? And you find it just in the mouth. So that is who a woman she wants to do politics. But if you're found everywhere, oh no, they will shave you off. So you have to be loyal, and you have to be rooted in loyalty. It doesn't matter where you're standing. Even if the person is going to fail, stand there. Be known for loyalty. As a woman, be known. So that when they are saying they want women, they will say, bring that woman. She is loyal. She did not support me. She may not support me, but where she stands, she is rooted where she stands. And that, for me, is good enough. Then, your relationship with your opponents. You see, people think that they are enemies in politics. Not even one. Not even one. Not even one. Not even one. There is no enemy at all. So when you're opposing anybody in politics, please be kind. That's your strong opinion. Hold it loosely. Because when the interests align, you will lose it. It will become a no opinion altogether. The women have got to know it. But some women are they bicker too much. They quarrel too much. They are too serious with disapprovals, with arguments, with disagreements and all. Women should not be that way. A woman should tell you, come, you see the way you're going? Yes, so when you win, I'll enjoy with you. But as far as I'm concerned, I am playing to win. And that is it. They shouldn't be an enemy. I mean, it's a contest. So politics is, contest, and no man should lose. To be honest, no man should lose, because after politics is governance, and governance requires every sound mind. So present first as a sound mind, and then you become value to the people. It's important for women to know this. It's very important for women to know this. So let us equip our women, and let us bring the women that have the right attributes and attitudes, and let us ask the women who they want to be. Leadership is key. In the real, the R for the relationships, the E for the equipping, the A for your attitude and attributes, and then your L is your leadership. What's your legacy? Who do you want to be known as? How do you want to die? How do you want to die? You don't want to come into the world and then leave the future of your generation and the next in the hands of mediocres just because you're afraid to jump into it. Nelson Mandela said something, and I will never forget it. He said, politics will give you whatever it wants because you have refused to participate in it. Anything. You have refused to participate in it. So you dive in, put your whole body in it, prepare yourself and move in there and participate in it. I'm not saying follow somebody. I'm not saying support somebody. Participate. Bring your views. Bring your views. Vote. Be voted for. Share your thoughts. Don't be afraid to share it. They take it, they don't take it. Someday they'll remember it if it's value. But make sure that you're equipped for the game. So I thank you, please. I need to give you the chance to speak. Thank you so much.
Oh my God. I mean, you are the person on the spotlight. And that is why we allowed you to share so much. I mean, well of wisdom. People are writing so much as we're talking. Some said super, some said awesome discussion, some said this is profound, somebody said it ABC word. Somebody said she must be a woman of value. Somebody said seller. Somebody said value is foundational. Somebody said bring it on. Somebody said this is hot. So every time you were talking, somebody was writing something because this is hot. And people everywhere from the UK, from East Africa, South Africa, in West Africa, in the United States, around the world. I mean, I'm seeing them. One woman of God from the United States was talking, and then I'm trying to say, he said, bring it. And then at different times, different people had different things. But one bishop asked a question. So the problem with that response is that some women seem to accept the role of the subordinate, especially in the religious sector, and find it difficult to rise above the set procedures. It has always been a difficult thing for the women to rise above the limitations. How do we break that mold?
Send them to me. It's simple. They have not been equipped. They have not been equipped. I mean, people do what they know. They need to know more. Once a woman knows that she is more, she can be more, she can do more, she can have more, and she can give more, she will attempt to do more. Right now, she is not sufficiently convinced that she can be more. Okay, think of that woman who went to Elisha and said to him, hey, my prophet, your boy who was a prophet, my husband, he is dead. He owed so much until he died. I'm not only going to be a widow, I am also going to be childless. In fact, this morning, his creditors had come to the house to take my 2 boys. Fortunately for me, they had gone to school. I'm afraid that as they return from school, they are coming to take them for pioneering. And then the man of God only asked her a question, saying, what do you have? I mean, these women you're talking about have not been asked the right questions. Situations have not asked them questions. They have not asked themselves questions. People have also not asked them the right questions. What do you have? And she said, nothing. Are you sure? In you, nothing? Around you, nothing? With you, nothing? On you, nothing? From you, nothing? She said, nothing. The man said, you have to check. And then she said, oh, is it this teeny weeny oil that is in my... She talked down on a full oil well. She didn't know that she was going to be the first oil baroness in the entire universe. So until a woman knows who she is, understands what she has, she will not know what to do with what she has, and she will never be able to play in the space where she's given the opportunity to play. Which is why I call on every woman who wants to, who believes that she is in this world to give more. If you want to do politics, you're a woman, come to me. Come to me. You will discover yourself in no time, and you'll be able to take yourself on. It's no big deal. It is just you doing the next thing. Marcel Proust said something. He said, the true voyage of discovery is not in going new places, but in looking with new eyes. Every woman doesn't need to leave where she is. She only needs to look with new eyes. So I will change your eyes when you're here. So you will see the oil well that you've got. And then you will know that the world is waiting to take from you. Thank you, Bishop.
That is very powerful. Thank you. That's very powerful. I would like that for those of you who are interested in maybe joining her climb, it would be nice that maybe you get connected with her. That is very important. Something that somebody was asking, somebody said something, said, how do I want to die? When you were talking about die about something, I mean, the principles you have given today, not only to the woman, but to every other person that is here today. So, and I want to open the platform so that those who want to ask questions the next 15 minutes, we have time to ask questions and then to interact. And one of us that have been coming here, and I really, really appreciate it, is somebody that is interested in governorship come 2023, Mr. Ide Owodio. And so, sorry about that. I don't want to murder it. His hands are up. Yes, sir. Please go ahead. Ask your question or make your comment. You are unmute your mic, please. Unmute yourself. Thank you. It is still not unmuted. It's still muted, please. Unmute yourself.
Okay. All right. That's fine. You were holding the key to my being unmuted.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay. All right. I just want to say, Eunice, that was great as always. You great input. I just had one comment I wanted to make, and this is looking at my years of experience, looking at how women struggle to attain heights in politics, in the corporate world, in several professions. I think the real challenge here is women trying to be like men. Okay, I always believe that men and women are equal in dignity before God, but not in sameness. And I think that's where the challenge comes in. Men don't ever try to be like women. Men just be themselves. So women have so much potential and inbuilt inherent competencies and abilities that men don't have. And rather than exploit those to be able to get to the top of their calling, they want to be like men. For example, women have great emotional intelligence skills that men don't have, and great people skills, negotiating skills that men don't have. And these are key attributes of people who succeed in politics. Okay. So I would like to see the women, focus more on building those inherent abilities that they have that men don't have, rather than try to be like men and in politics or in any profession you want to do. And I draw an example. Let's look at from the gospel. I'm looking at Mary now, the mother of our Lord. She was born and lived in a society where it was strictly patriarchal. The men dominated the environment, and so on and so forth. But look at what happened in the marriage in Cana. Jesus was not yet ready for his ministry. She went out. She knew that she was empathic. Her emotional skill kicked in. She saw that the wine had finished. It was going to be a terrible embarrassment to the couple that were wedding, and she knew her son could do something. So she went to the son and said, "Look, the wine is finished." Even though the son rebuffed her, and she moved away, she just went and told the servant, said, "You know what? You do what he has to tell you to do. Listen to him. He's going to do what he has, what is right for the couple." And she believed, and she left, and it happened. She knew the son couldn't afford not to do something, and he did it, and everybody was happy in the end. So for me, I think it's important that women fall back on those inherent skills that they have, those abilities that men don't have, and try to build on it. Try to ensure that those skills and abilities are the ones that give them a winning ticket and a table, a seat in the table of politics in our society. I thought I should just mention that. Thank you.
Thank you so very much. That was powerful. Because Eunice, did you hear that? That was very powerful. I think that he hit something right there. I will let you talk later. Let me get Reverend Ethel. Reverend Ethel, it's good to have you. Yes, please go ahead with your comment or question. Please take 2 minutes and then let's go. Yes, Reverend Ethel, please. You can have the floor. Your mic is still muted.
I'm
Good.
mute. Okay. Good evening, Your Grace, the Bishop, and my sister, Eunice. It's my first time of joining this, and I'm really, really excited about what's going on here. Maybe today I was just, because I'm going to have a girl on, so I jumped into the boat. But this is really, really profound. Absolutely so profound. Now, I'm glad that it's not just what she's talking about. It's not just about a woman. It's good that she's a woman and she's got what is in her head. It's not cutting boards. It's not water. It's in great intelligence, great wisdom. And I salute you, my dear sister, for pouring out such wisdom. My contribution would be that as we go ahead, the Bible I like to deal with relationships at the 3 levels of relationship. Those you look up to, those that are your contemporaries, and those that look up to you, to create the chain that stabilizes you as a human person, either as a woman or a man. And me being a woman, who have I surrounded myself with? Have I surrounded myself with mediocres? In terms, I'm making reference to the contribution that was made about some women who are in the religious sector, who are not able maybe to meet up to the expectations. It is really difficult to meet up to a leadership expectation of a congregation, especially if you are not a person who was carried along. So there are several trainings and retrainings that are needed for the body of Christ, both for men and women. And for today, women, because we are focusing on women. So if we must thrive and be able to bring something to the table, the body of Christ, the church corporate, must come to the place of focusing attention on deliberate trainings and retrainings, so that we would be able as women to stand up. What gives me audacity to speak is the fact that I have something to say. A lot of women can't even put themselves together, let alone have something to say. So it's like you are now creating a platform. I don't know if you have a platform where women are being talked to. You need to make it wider, because in Akwa Ibom State, we should be able to hold people to responsibility. If you do not
3 minutes is gone. 3 minutes is gone. So please round up.
Okay, let me just round up. So let people, women or men that are coming up to politics, let them have a history with us. Let them have a history with the community. People without histories with the community, in education, in everything else, we shouldn't even think about it, giving them any opportunity. So it's not even about being intelligent. You might be an intelligent thief, you know. So my prayer is that more women should be trained, that can go out and train others, so that women can be equipped. Because a lot of women...
Thank you very much, Reverend. God bless you. As a good contribution. We are running out of time. Let me get to one man that has always been on this very trend, one who believes that governance can be better if the woman is given the right place. And he also believes that the church is a plus, never a minus, when it comes to the decision who rules at any level. Let me bring in, I take the floor.
My 2 minutes starts now. First, let me use the first 30 seconds to really say I'm impressed, very happy, but not at all surprised at the submission, because Lady Eunice is somebody that if you can't run for governorship, or you wouldn't want to run for governorship, please put yourself in a situation where you must be the deputy governor, which prepares you in a position to take over from the person when dependent, because I know that if you join the right team, definitely after the tenure, nobody will be willing to let you go. You are so resourceful that the state needs you. Not just the women, the state needs you. That said, there's something you have said I just want to amplify. Politics is a game. And for every game, there are the rules of that game. Try and understand the rules of that game. Try to understand the tricks, the intrigues, the intricacies of that game. It is not an accident or a coincidence that all political meetings seem to want to hold at night. The men are afraid of the women. So the first thing is to let you, oh, don't bother, don't worry, you won't be able to get it, to intimidate you. Now, after the intimidation, they make the situation such that it's difficult for you. Why must Jesus say, and we are Christians, and Akwa Ibom State, for instance, is 100% Christian state. Jesus said, I must walk the works of him that sent me while it is day. For the night comes when no man shall walk. So naturally, we should walk during the day and sleep at night. Why do we want politics to be played during the night while they sleep at day? Because they know that all the decent women will not want to leave their husbands' houses at night. I mean, how do you tell your husband, I want to go for a meeting at 2 a.m.? Your husband says, excuse me, okay? I'm just talking of decent family now. So it is programmed to disenfranchise. What stops the women from saying, I was the national chairman of a party, and the women came and say, we want to join you, National Council of Women's Societies in Nigeria. We want to be with you, but give us an undertaking that the meetings will be during the day. As a national chairman, I never held a meeting at night. It was during the day. Secondly, when you have meetings, create a creche so that even nursing mothers will be able to bring their children and they are taken care of. I mean, what's so difficult in the women coming out and giving these conditions as a precondition for them to join? I think that you've said so much. Finally, please admit me into your school of tutelage. I have so much to learn from you. God bless you, Sister Eunice.
Thank you so very much. I mean, these are things we enjoy on this platform. So, Lady Eunice, now somebody even sent a note and said, I support the motion, Lady Eunice, for deputy governor. So that is very interesting. Now, before we close, let me ask you, what part can the church play to encourage women involvement in politics? You advise, what part can the church play?
Thank you so much, my Lord. First off, we have to sensitize and educate the women. We just must, as we preach, we have to tell the women, see, you are more than this. And again, let us also be sensitive enough to identify the women who can lead. I mean, not every woman can lead. Not every man can lead. We should identify them and concentrate on those strong women, those ones that have gotten the potentials already, then brush them up and then give them the opportunities to test them within the church. We should give them the opportunities to test them in the church. So when usually it's a man who does this, we should excuse the man and put a woman in that position just to test. And then remember, it's a test. So you don't expect excellence during practice. This is not yet the performance stage. While you're testing her, you should support her and mentor her. You should guide her. So the man should hold the woman's hand while she is doing the practice. And then after that test, you give her a responsibility. When she wins at anything at all, please celebrate her. If the church does this, the society, of course, everybody in the society belongs in one church or the other. Once the church does this, the society just quickly replicate it. In fact, it is in church that this should begin. So please, let me appeal on behalf of the women that the church would test the women, identify us, develop us, equip us, test us, and then celebrate us. We'll go from there.
Thank you for all of you who are joining us on Passion Radio. We want to appreciate you, and we believe that God has, through this, brought some form of enlightenment to those of you on Passion Radio. We know that FM 101, Planet FM 101, they've not been able to give us one full hour. And I'm praying to God that they should be able to do that so that we can fully embrace what is going on. Before we leave, just a quick one. How, some of the problems that we have is that the women have problems with their husbands. Sometimes a woman is good, but the home factor, the whole husband's factor becomes a holding back. How will a woman be able to, sail through that very challenge back home?
That's 3 reasons a man will feel that way. 3 straight reasons. First, care and control. A woman should be careful not to confuse care with control. When you care for somebody, you don't issue surveillance on the person. So immediately you're caring enough to say, how's your day going? Hope you're happy. Have you had something to eat? Please try and be happy. If you need anything, I'm here. You can just give me a call. And where are you? You pick up the phone and call the man, and then you ask him, where are you? Whom are you with? When are you coming home? You know, that's surveillance, but you mistake it for care. So the man does not have the trust that you have the capacity to handle suspense, to handle situations. You are not independent yet because you don't have control over your mind and your emotions. So you're still below par. The next thing is recognition and respect. Respect is not the same thing as recognition. Women often make the mistake of wanting to be the corpse at the funeral, the bride at the wedding. You want all the attention. If it is not you, it shouldn't be anyone else. Because he didn't check with you, you should not have done it. Because you were not there, that decision should not have been taken, and all of that. That is not respect. That is you demanding recognition, and it does not go that way, especially with men, because this is the family is the first point of test. Okay, so it doesn't work that way. Now, what's the other thing? I would say that the other thing is that question that you ask: do I matter? Even when you know that you matter, you know. So immediately the man understands other woman. You don't respond to things the way other women do. He will know that when you see what you don't have, what you don't need, what you shouldn't have, you will quickly identify it, and you will be able to control yourself in that area. So now I want to ask, how many women are willing to give up on trying to control their marriage, trying to control them, because the women are quick to tell you, I'm the wife. There is no contention whatsoever. There's no equivocation who you are. You are the wife. And don't forget, nobody marries anybody. They marry two things. Two people are married. You marry something together so that, you know, these things that are married together can function for each other, not above, not beneath, not. You don't structure it as though you are afraid of what can become of the marriage. You're already in that marriage. And if you're in a love affair with a man that you have strong feelings for, then you are in constant agreement with an unknown. You are constantly engaging with an unknown, and you shouldn't be afraid of it. So why do you show fear? Why do you show suspicion? Why do you show why do you question your worth, yourself, your place in that marriage? That is what threatens the man. It is not even the fact that you are strong. It is the fact that you are too weak to handle yourself.
They call you the lady Eunice. I truly do appreciate this very moment, and I know that today I've seen many women today than any other time, maybe because of you. And so I pray that after today we will still have more women folks that will be coming on this. And I want you to never forget that from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. every Saturday, this is where we are. And I would love that you not go back after today. Now, there are some women that are asking, how do we reach you? I see some of them. How can they contact you? Give your phone number right there, and then they will know how to reach you. So you can put that on the note side, and they will reach you and then talk with you, or both that and your email. That those who may want to send you email who are from different countries, they may want to reach to you and then talk to you. So, men and brethren, today is a wonderful day. I'm so excited about today's discussion.
Maybe her email?
Yes, her email. Yes, I've said that too. So both phone number and email, so that they can reach you. Not only women. I tell you, there are men that want to reach you for consultation, so that you can consult them well. And don't forget to charge them. And when you charge them, you know the other part of it is a tithe. And so you don't forget to bring that tithe to me. So I appreciate everyone. God bless you for joining us. Next week, we'll be discussing how does the church come to a place of knowing who has the capacity to be a leader. How do we know who is a leader? Because sometimes there's confusion, who to put out and all of that. But we have to come to that place where we must know who a leader is and how to go about it. So please put your email address also. And so every one of us, I want to thank you for making this a wonderful moment of discussion. I know that there are many of you that have not said anything. Probably I did not see your hand, or my team did not see your hand. Please, next Saturday we'll be back, and we will also hold on. This is a major challenge for those of you in the UK, for those of you in United States of America, for those of you in Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, and Botswana, or wherever you are. For those of you in Nigeria, I want you to know that we are excited to have you. Yes, Reverend, I will say you, Reverend Eunice, your light has gone off, or whatever it is, light or what. I wanted to make your closing remarks as we go off today. God bless you. Make your closing remarks. Yes, unmute yourself.
Okay, I am sorry. My light just went out on me. It's been a pleasure. I'd like to encourage every woman out there to just do the big thing. We have done small things all our lives. Let us dare to do big things. The same energy you employ in doing the little things would be the same that you will use to do the big things. So why not just do the big thing? Don't be afraid of achieving. See, you're too risk aware to be success averse. Go ahead and win. Go ahead and win. And then to the men, let me thank you ahead. Let me thank you in advance for your support. To the women, I know for sure that you will support every good woman, every woman that you're willing to equip to take on the public space. It's been an absolute pleasure to be in your company tonight. Thank you so much for the privilege of your time. I respect you all. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. God bless you for joining us. Thank you for today. And I want to thank every one of you for making our time. Please, please, please tell others about us. It is running on Facebook. We are having it on Twitter. We are having it everywhere, and the radio stations are coming on. We are believing God for the next few months. We'll be able to have not less than 5 radio stations that will be joining us. And if there's anything you want to do, you want to be a part of this great movement that God has created for us, please just let us know so that we can reach out to you and make you part of this great thing. We need partners. We want people to help us sponsor the radio and all of that, and whatever we are doing. God bless you. May God keep every one of you. Don't forget, tomorrow is Sunday. If you are Christian, go to church. You're Muslim. I know you were in mosque yesterday, but this is a Christian forum. Even with that, we still make room for more other people. God bless you. See you next Saturday. I salute every one of you. Shalom, shalom, shalom. God bless you. Good night, good afternoon, good evening, or good morning, wherever you are. God bless you.
God bless you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you.
For insight on good governance and leadership, join Archbishop Cletus Bassey live on Facebook and on Planet Radio 101.1 FM.
When you see how things are happening in our world, what should our stance be as Christians? What should be our stand? I've noticed that the church has only been preaching about going to heaven. We have only been dealing with principalities and powers in high places. We've been praying some strong major prayers. We sometimes want to remove government, but you have never been able to plant one.
Christian, raise the stakes every Saturday. Time is 7 p.m. Nigerian time and 12 p.m. Houston time. Don't miss it.